Hi, my name is Elena Bulatovic, and I'm going to be discussing how males and females are treated equally to an extent in the criminal justice system. However, they're not treated in the exact same way. The rule of law is an idea where all members of society, no matter age, gender, ethnicity, socioeconomic status, are treated in the exact same way. Males and females are biologically different. This has always existed and will forever exist. Therefore, males and females cannot be treated in the exact same way. They are two different beings. They can be treated equally, but not in the exact same way. Gender treatment in sentencing differs between males and females. Gender treatment in the prison system differs between males and females. And societal standards and systematic inequality between males and females leads to a female having a different intention for committing crime to a male. However, amongst all of these, there is still an inequality that exists. Imprisonment is the last resort for sanctions. It tries to be avoided as much as it can be, as it removes the individual's freedom. However, it cannot always be avoided. In 2019-2020, a 7% decrease in the imprisonment rate was recorded, which is a positive. However, males still hold the vast majority of the prison population, and this trend has existed for decades. There are a few reasons why this trend exists. The first being women had no power, no opportunities, and no status in society for centuries. So being able to commit a crime as a woman was not as easy as a man. And if a female was to commit a crime, it was merely ignored or brushed to the side because she's a woman. This systematic inequality between males and females and the lack of female criminality acknowledgement can be seen in Australia, with the first female prison only being built in 1956 and the first female to ever be charged with a life no parole sentence was in 2001. Another reason is the nature of female offences. Generally speaking, they tend to be less violent than males. Therefore, a harsher sanction such as imprisonment is not correct for a female, as generally their criminal offences are less violent than those of males. However, the equality that exists in sentencing is that both genders receive a fair and unbiased trial in the Australian criminal justice system. So the sanction being handed down will be fit for the crime mostly. Another thing with prison specifically, the intention of prison is equal amongst males and females. Their freedom is removed, they are there to be punished and rehabilitated. That does not change whether you're male or female. Males and females, as stated before, are biologically different. However, they are also psychologically different. Their outlook on life, the way they think and feel, is completely different. Therefore, prison needs to accept and acknowledge these differences. Female prisons specifically accommodate for female needs, such as childbirth, caring for a child, and mental health, as mental health is a major issue amongst the female population. In 2017, 114 women were pregnant before entering prison, and 69 children were living in custody. This is why female prisons need to accommodate for female needs. Another issue was mental health. 65% of female prisoners before entering prison had been diagnosed with a mental health disease. This is why female prisons specifically address mental health as their main focus when it comes to rehabilitation. However, equality amongst the prison systems between males and females is the intention. They are both there to be punished and rehabilitated. The loss of freedom does not change. The strict routine, both genders are expected to either work or receive an education while in prison, and there are strict visiting hours. In society, a social contract is developed. This is between society and the government to deem certain behaviours as criminal. Society itself has also constructed a way and a standard of life which must be achieved in order to live sustainably and successfully. This standard of life continues to evolve, and it is continuing to widen the gap between the rich and the poor, the powerful and the weak. This standard also creates different intentions for committing crime. For males, they are expected to be strong, successful individuals who can provide for their family. If they cannot achieve this, males become desperate and feel that crime is the only way to survive. Whereas a female, her intention for crime will develop more from a mental standpoint, as women are more commonly a victim of crimes such as sexual assault. The trauma and the mental health issues that develop from something like this causes a different intention. Females tend to commit crime in terms of revenge. They are not in clear, sound mind. There is nothing else for them to do. However, the equality amongst males and females' intention for committing crime is that society creates these intentions, creates these reasons. The systematic inequality, the impossible societal standards creates the reasons why males commit crime and why females commit crime. This is why males and females can be treated equally, however, they cannot be treated in the exact same way.